There should be no naked light, and there is when you talk about hydrocarbons, there is always a upper limit and a lower limit of hydrocarbons. So when it falls in a particular percentage which is between the upper and the lower limit, only then the combustion can take place. So if you talk about the fire triangle, that is, we need a source. The source will definitely be the hydrocarbons. We need oxygen, and we need a source of heat. Only then the combustion, only then an explosion can take place. So if we can take precautions to avoid, to reduce them to minimal level, then explosions can be prevented.
As my dear friend had said about the hydrocarbons, what are the problems, how to face that, what difficulties we are facing related to the hydrocarbons. One more thing I want to bring it to you, that when we are reducing the content of hydrocarbon in a particular tank, so if sufficient amount of oxygen is present inside a tanker, there will be a level when the hydrocarbon will come into the limit of combustible zone. In that case, you have to take the extra precautions. So extra precaution there might not be any hotspot, might not be there. Once it had reduced the, or you can do one thing, that you reduce the content of oxygen inside a particular tanker. Both the ways, the limit that is between the hydrocarbon and oxygen combustible zone, hydrocarbon and oxygen should not enter into combustible zone. That is the main gist of it.
According to the percentage of hydrocarbon,
I can't hear you, sir.
there are three main zones. Zone 0, where flammable mixture is present for more than 1000 hours per unit. Then zone 1, flammable mixture is continuously present but during normal operation. Then zone 2, the flammable mixture would not normally be present, but it would be present for a short period only, less than 10 hours per unit. In these zones, we are using explosion-proof materials according to the zones.
And there are some special sensors for detecting the hydrocarbon levels, which can also be used if you are carrying out some kind of work on the cargo hold tanks in tankers, because you need to make sure that there is no exhaustible fumes. So those things come in handy, and you have to have a hot work permit when you are working on tankers, so that we can make sure that there is no combustible fumes. In case of welding, it becomes very critical.
And the tank should be well ventilated, so that you won't get the insufficient amount of oxygen while you are working inside it.
Then the presence of spark in case of electrical wiring installation is wrong. You should be careful about that.
Okay, anyone else wants to add some points?
Thank you. Alright, the points will be...
When there is a shot or anything in the non-hazardous area, it should not let it go to the hazardous area. So there will be an intrinsic barrier in between those two areas, which won't let the spark or anything to go enter into the hazardous area. This was the point I would like to add with my colleagues.
Anybody?
Alright, thank you.